What? What's up, everybody? This week is an exciting week for anybody who's been paying attention to the Zack Snyder, the Zack Snyder movement for a while. I got some food on me, but I don't care. So, anyway, thank you everyone for being here, man. I watched the movie last night, and when we got it late, like it was like I think 5 hours late. They gave us the link. Or they didn't give us a link. They sent an email, said that Microsoft had crashed or had some server issues or whatever. And so that was kind of it. We were just sort of at their mercy. Nothing we could do but just sit around. So it was fun. We did other things that to entertain us, and I took a little nap because I was like, man, when this thing goes up, I'm watching it. And I did work today as well. So let me turn that off. So anyway, hey, thanks for everybody for being here. We're going to get into it in just a minute, but I'd like to say hello to the chat, everybody in here. Got General Significance. Got Mark Byers here. Got Mukharib. Got Hector V, Gavin Cooley, Katsuka, Fear Jason's here. Let's see, Arthur's here. Hey, what's going on? We are DC Legendary. How's it going? And that's a great little image you got right there. Really cool stuff that's in the film. And this is a non-spoiler, so you don't have to worry about me spoiling anything. I'm gonna put some information out there, mainly for what you're not gonna see, as far as like what people have been building up and kind of hyping and whatever. And it's not in the film, so I don't want you to go in there with high expectations to see something that's actually not in the film. But I'll touch on it lightly. But yeah, I watched it. It started like at 1 a.m., 12 a.m., something like that, and got off about 3 or 4. I watched it all the way through. Did not take a break. It does have good pacing. I'll give you that. And but before I get into the film itself, I'd like to thank my sponsors. You guys, thank you so much for becoming a Patreon member. And I'm going to be putting some more stuff on the site. Don't forget to check out the 4 Nerds show this Thursday, as we all 4 talk about the film and kind of geek out about it. Because it's been quite a while since we started it. Jumped on the movement. Got together, had fun with each other for a while, and it's definitely kind of come full circle. It's finally a reality, and so I'm glad that I've got these other guys here to share in with the experience, and it's fantastic. So without further ado, we might have some guests pop in here and there. A couple of them are a little iffy on the time. But anyway, so if somebody pops in, I'll let them join in, because got a lot to talk about. And it's a 4-hour epic film. It's pretty awesome. But dude, it was pretty good. It was a good movie. It was head over heels better than Justice League. Come on, Justice League was just sort of like, hey, what do? We don't want to go this direction. We're not happy. We feel like the fans aren't happy. And that's because ever since, BVS, in every film since BVS, the studio has been meddling and changing things, and it's not cohesive, and everybody sees it. They thought they could pull the rug out from underneath the narrative, the story, and you just can't. You can't do that successfully, or they did not do that successfully. Perhaps somebody could have. So there's that, but it starts off better. Every scene in this film, the interactions are better. The pacing is better. The dialogue seems better. It just seems like it's an enhanced version of what you saw now. Like with Justice League, you can tell from watching this film here, this 4-hour epic film, you can tell what Warner Brothers did. And that's why I say, I don't say, hey, buy it on the bargain basement, Justice League. but buy it in knowing that you've got two versions of a film, and you can see exactly what a studio is willing to do to someone else's, I don't say vision or art, and bastardize it. And that's pretty much what happened here with Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, you can definitely tell, in each scene as it plays out, there are little nuances, little things that are different. That you're like, man, they just work so much better here because there was a different narrative. There wasn't that time crunch of 2 hours that they really had to worry about. So I mean, the movie has time to breathe. So 4 hours. I mean, geez, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of time to allow for exposition, allow for interaction, allow for the different characters to sort of grow on you as well. There are some things that I didn't agree with, some things that artistic things I didn't agree with, narrative things I didn't agree with here and there. But I mean, overall, did that ruin the film for me? No. The film was good. It's on par with the other films, Man of Steel, BVS, and now Justice League. I still like Man of Steel better than Justice League. I do like Justice League. It's maybe it might be a little bit better than BVS for me. Like maybe they're neck and neck. But yeah, I mean, I think because I think there's a lot more that I had or took issue with BVS versus with what I took issue with for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people in the chat have seen it. Please don't post spoilers. If you are here and you are a mod in the chat and you see somebody's trying to post spoilers, please don't allow that to come through, whether or not they're joking. But let me jump back to the chat here real quick. Let's see. You got a salute. Oh yeah, salute. Yes, sir. There you go. Cisco. Hey yo, what's up, man? What's up? How you doing? Nicotina hitting roids in that pick. Oh yeah, of course. It definitely. I mean, it to keep in par with the other Power Rangers. Let me pull it back up. With the other Power Rangers, he really needs to. I would say he's overcompensating for something else. But yeah, no, he definitely needs to hit the gym a little bit more because I mean, right now it's incredible. It's incredible when Nicotina hits the gym. But yeah, so that's that's Nicotina. He actually saw the film. He's on vacation. It's very funny because he's not in his studio, so he can't make a broadcast until Thursday when he's on the show with us. So I'm happy to have him, and we talked at length today about the film. I can't wait to talk spoilers with you guys. But yeah, as far as if you guys have any questions, you can ask them in the chat. I can't guarantee that I'll answer them, depending on, or I might be able to dance around some of the answers. But yeah, definitely post it. You saw it on IMAX. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it on IMAX. We're definitely going to do something here in Houston. There's plenty of IMAX screens in Houston to host this thing at. Some minor issues here and there, but overall fantastic, right? Straight up shits on Justice League, period. That I completely agree. What it does is it highlights what Justice League is. Justice League is this band-aid that they tried to put on the universe, and it just did not go well. Oh man, that must have been an amazing experience. For the IMAX. Oh yeah, I watched it on a 65-inch TV, so I can imagine. I mean, I can't imagine how that being on such a huge screen, just being engulfed in that. So and being able to watch it with a lot of people. I watched it with my family, and we had some friends over, but we had to send them away because Microsoft was having server issues. So paid for pizzas. We made the night into something else with those guys, and still had some fun, but it wasn't nearly as much fun as we had later on in the evening. That being said, let me welcome Brian, Master of None. What's up, man? Can you hear me?
What's up?
Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saw the movie.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Are you you're
Here, let
lagging?
me
Is it me or is it? Am I lagging?
let me jump out and come back in.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
I think it's me. Hang on, let me jump out real quick.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if I'm lagging, because I'm definitely on Wi-Fi. I will be trying to run some Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable here in the next couple weeks. What's up, DC Talk? What's up, man? How you doing? Hector V's in the chat. Let's see. Let me bring Brian back in here.
Okay, that's much better.
Oh yeah. You're smooth now. You're smooth. Let's see. Yeah, Wonder Woman had an updated score, and that was something interesting. It was something interesting. I liked that score better when it was with the Amazonians, but it didn't carry over for me to just Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
it was just, I think it was overutilized because Wonder Woman had such a large role in the film that you kind of always heard it every time she did something. It would always come back in, and I was like, oh, okay, I've heard this before. So, but yeah, man. So let's see, 400. Yes, it will. We're gonna have some fun. Let's see. No, I saw it on AFSP donation campaign. It was one of the 50 people who were lucky to watch it on IMAX. Mesmerizing. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Still donate. I still got this shirt available. I'm not going to take it down. And all proceeds go to AFSP for the shirt. Ray Fisher did a fantastic job. This character was awesome.
Did he ever? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't believe they butchered his character so bad. I was like, man, this is a completely different character. And everybody was like, oh man, Batman with the F-bombs. I'm like, dude, no, Cyborg with the F-bombs.
Right? So I was like, yes. The whole time I kept thinking was like angry black man. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, he smiled. I'm like,
yeah.
No, he's really angry. That's an angry smile. So
God. I mean, some of these people just the way they think is just, it's beyond me. But yeah, man, what are your overall thoughts of Justice League, the movie itself, without giving anything away?
Well, without giving anything away, worth the wait. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If you add on the 4+ years that it's been, it just, oh my gosh, it's such a culmination. Like I everybody got their just due.
Oh yeah.
And that to me was the biggest thing. Like, nobody went out like punks. Because in Justice League, everybody went out like punks. Like, the Amazonians went down.
Yeah.
By hell with the Atlanteans.
The Atlanteans, that was so pathetic.
Yeah,
and then the humans were even more pathetic in Justice League.
In and out. I'm like, what? No, dude.
Yeah, he's like, this was easy. Mother.
Yeah. So we're just like, no, dude. And not only that, but they gave motivation. Motivation was the huge one. It was like everybody that didn't have motivation in the movie before has it now, and it totally makes sense. It's like I in my first thoughts, I recorded a video earlier. I haven't put it out yet, but it's to me, it's like watching the BVS theatrical release, and then watching the Ultimate Extended Cut. It's like it just branches everything together, and it makes it move.
It does.
So much smoother.
Because so with Justice League, and I afford him a little bit of leeway, even though he's a douche. Is that they mandated 2 hours, so he had to cut out some exposition, right? But what he cut out just made it to where it didn't make any sense. But now with this exposition back into the narrative, it helps connect the pieces together, and you're like, oh, that's why this, or that's the motivation for this character on that. So yeah, I mean, I see why it happened. I see the Warner Brothers mandate or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's a shame that we got this 5 years later.
Yeah. No, that to me is the ultimate travesty. I mean, and the fact that we never got to see the continuation. Like everybody said, we'd be done with the arc if we'd have just let it play out.
Yeah.
Had WB not gotten cold feet halfway through. So
yeah,
I'm so excited for everybody to get to watch it. Stay up late Wednesday. and watch it when it drops. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, seriously, even if you have seen the movie, which I know a lot of people, have seen it or whatever, play the movie over and over again, on your devices when it comes out on HBO Max. I mean, it definitely 24-hour loop. I mean, it definitely deserves more watch time. It definitely deserves more eyes on it. So yeah, I mean, going through the film, I mean, Superman's arc was better. Batman acted like Batman in this film.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, he was serious. His nothing he did was what felt like it was not calculated. Aquaman's storyline was better in this, and you got to see more of the Flash. You get I mean,
the Flash, they took him to like goofy sidekick and actually made him a superhero. Like that's the best thing I can say about it. Like there were a couple things that were in there that I was not aware that it was Zack's. I thought it was Joss's. I was like, whoa, really? I was like, all right. Like when they were all on the rooftop with Gordon, and they all left, and he was like, wow, that's rude, and he runs off. I thought that was great, man. I chuckled.
I was like, oh wow. I was like, that's I thought it was Joss. I was like, wow, okay, so that was Zack. It's very interesting to see the shots that you're like that you see that you're like, oh wow, I thought that was Joss. Okay, no, that's Zack. Interesting choice, interesting take. Yeah, like I said, I mean, is it a perfect film? No, it's not a perfect film, but it is a very enjoyable film that has loads of rewatchability, and that is what's important to me. Is can I rewatch this thing, and would I want to rewatch this 4-hour movie? And it's also awesome that it's in chapters. You've got 6 chapters in the epilogue, and yeah, it's really cool that you can stop wherever and
you
pick
really
up
break it down. That's what I like about it too. It's like, okay, cool. So you're invested, but you're not like overly invested. I know when I first saw it, I was like, just because of the timing, I was starting to get a little sleepy, and then boom, like it just started going, and from that moment on, I was like, okay, how am I going to go to bed now?
Yeah,
it's 1:00. Shoot.
Yeah, the Battle of Themyscira was great. The way that they ended the battle was great. I mean, the Amazonians just like you see them getting hurt, you see them dying. That's awesome. Same thing with Atlanteans.
They put up a fight. And that's what I'm saying. Like that was the difference to me. It was like before Steppenwolf, Amazonians, I got your box now. Oh, okay.
The way it happened in the movie in Justice League was very what do I want to say? It was kind of like a video game where it was like, just like, we've gotten to the next level, ha ha ha, and you just keep maneuvering through the plane, Themyscira, and then he's done, and he boom tubes out of there, and it's finished. Big congrats to Ray Fisher, to Ray Porter, to what you call him? Kyrian or Cillian?
I'm not sure, but whoever did Steppenwolf.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, he did a fantastic job. He was actually imposing. He was actually a villain. And his interaction with Superman was amazing. I was like, wow. And the same thing. I saw the same shots that Joss used, but they were repurposed in that fight. And I was like, wow, I remember this shot. This shot looks good here. It looked horrible in the other one.
In Justice League, they just like, here, put more parademons in.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was so full of like just stuff flying around,
and the parademons in Justice League did not have the green ooze. So that's one thing. And it's not a spoiler. It's just one thing they don't have. When you kill them, there's like I think it's like flames, fire, whatever. That's what's running through them. So yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it was awesome to see Darkseid had more of a presence in this film than I thought he would.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was really great. I mean, I like I said, I think that they just totally missed the mark on this, Warner Brothers. I think that if they had just let or had more faith in Zack, then we would have already had these movies out. Like, and there's no reason. And I'm going to say that we don't need to wait for a green light for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, the Nightmare, movie. The only reason why he put the nightmare scenes in there is because he's interested in moving forward. If he wasn't interested and just kind of wanted to button it up, he would have wouldn't have
been in there like at all.
He would have left that part out. He would have let all the other heroes have their little like sign offs. The Flash is running through Central City, Superman's running in Metropolis, Batman's in Gotham, and he would have just let them do their thing, and then just ended it. Just like the last one, and no, Flash Superman, race around the world or whatever. Right. And that would, and it would have been fine. It still would have been a superior movie to Justice League. Mm-hmm. It still would have been a complete upgrade to Justice League, but it could have ended. It could have finished, but he put the nightmare sequence in there just to give you tantalize you a little bit more, entice
a little bit of a taste,
right. And there's no reason to do that if you have no plans to do anything extra, to do anything else. So he's not willing to put that on the table. Like, you know what? I've got these other projects. I got the Camelot thing. I got the zombie thing. I got the there's another project he's working on. I forget what it's about, but it's some other project he's working on. But yeah, I mean, he'll get those projects complete, but he still has a lot of interest in this Justice League narrative, this Justice League movie, which is awesome. So let me go ahead and also introduce.
What up?
Hey, CS. What's up, man?
What up, man?
I'm glad that you're here.
What is good?
Man, look at you. You're all Man of Steel'd out.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
That's awesome, dude. That's an awesome. I mean, is it cold over there or is it hot? Because I think your weather is closer to my weather.
It's been flip flopping this entire week. So it was warm early, and then all of a sudden this morning, rainy and cold.
Snow out there, right? Like you get snow in Georgia.
Yeah, we do get it sometimes.
Georgia. Oh man. Okay, so I talked to Brian, asked him his overall thoughts of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let me get your overall non-spoiler thoughts of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I think I tweeted it out earlier that I thought it was fire. The Snyder cut is fire. Visual effects on point, acting on point. I thought the team came together well. Everybody had their chance to shine. And so like overall, like I can. It seemed like I know that the current War Power thing that they released from Junkie XL like some weeks ago. I think it played throughout the movie. Like it was almost it kind of was played in a lot of different themes throughout the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was I was watching a little bit of it again earlier.
I think because my wife wanted to watch it again. She fell asleep. She couldn't stay up as late as we did, and so she was like, I still haven't watched the part 4 through the epilogue, and I was like, okay, well, I think I'm going to start it again and watch it tonight. Because there's a lot of stuff that I missed. There's a lot of stuff that I missed that I want to go back. I think you said, I'm not getting into that. Spoiler.
Yeah.
So anyway,
real quick, what's good, chat, man? What's good?
Oh
chat?
yeah. Throw up your fire. Like Barcy here.
Barcy,
you see ACS
Barcy
in the house. He's all about now. This guy right here is all about the fire. He's just like fire. Here he is again. He's just like fire.
One thing I'll say about the score though, like there wasn't any pop songs to take you out of the movie.
No.
Right.
But
you didn't hear that. Everybody knows. Like all the
praise it. Oh man.
Yeah, but it was Yeah. Overall thoughts. It was fire, dude. It was it was an experience.
Alejandro is here.
Was good. Jason
Bars
was
is
good.
up in here. She's like, yeah, hey, I this isn't a spoiler review, is it?
No, we'll wait on those things. But I will tell you guys, Ryan already knows. Brian, you don't, because I hadn't talked to you. But so like the link, obviously there was technical difficulties yesterday. It was supposed to drop. It's supposed to drop. What's up?
It's supposed to drop at like 3 o'clock.
She was asking if there was any brunch jokes. I mean, but I remember the scene. He still had the pizza. He was still eating the pizza. Was that the part where in Justice League he was talking? Oh no, he was like, yeah, what is brunch? No, that wasn't in the film because that wasn't in that part. But it was still like, what's your superpower? You know, I'm rich. And that was a Zack Snyder. And that's what Brian and I were talking about earlier, was that like in some of the shots, I was surprised that it was Zack.
Yeah,
I mean, they did have Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon there working with Zack for like rewrites and just like, oh, hey, put this in here. This might be funny, you know, whatever. So they did have that. But yeah, it was definitely, I believe that I think you said this earlier, Anthony, but this was overall Justice League was lighter in tone in some areas than BVS.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who came out and said that, though, as far as like their initial reactions were. It was lighter than BVS and Man of Steel, but it was also full on like you could tell Zack was you know.
No, it still had the gravity, and like the comic relief was placed in just the right spots.
Yes,
and like and that's such a rare thing. You know?
No more questions. I'm not giving away nothing.
Yeah, right?
Y'all have to wait until Thursday, man. I know, you know, we were lucky enough, but like I said yesterday, there were some technical difficulties. It's supposed to drop at 6. Oh, wow, it's pulling up right now. The dogs are barking. Oh, maybe dogs is good. All right, so so you know. Obviously, there were some technical difficulties, and the link came out really late. By the time it hit my email, I was already asleep. You know, I had to go to bed. I had to be up. I had to be to work at 7 this morning.
Yeah,
and it's cool because
well, I went to sleep, but I told my son to wake me up when the email came through. Yeah. He woke me up, and I was like, "All right, I'm rested. Let's do this. Let's go."
I didn't have a sign. Yeah. So
I got it at like 9:45.
So I. Oh, your time. It's yeah. Okay, so and mine actually, because Brian, you messaged our 4 Nerds group chat. You said something about it, and you know they sent it, and I was already asleep. But then, like when I checked the time difference this morning, I think I got mine 20 to 25 minutes after you got your link. So I was asleep anyway, so I didn't see that till this morning. I got up, showered, got ready for work, and then as I was leaving out, I looked on my phone or whatever. Yeah, and so I have one of my supervisors is fucking hardcore comic book fan. I'll say how hardcore he is. He paid thousands of dollars. He owns one of the original appearances of all the Avengers. Right. No. So he's
that's not in the film.
But so he's a big comic book guy, and I had told him that I was going to be seeing it early, and he wanted to know. He's like, yo, so what'd you think of it? And I was like, dude, I explained the entire situation. He's like, so you didn't get to see it? And I said, no. He said, we're good here. Go the fuck home and watch that shit.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's
so
fire
I clocked in at 7 this morning, and I left at 7:45. Something around that time. And then I came straight home, fucking watched that shit. So
So there was a question up here, and I'll address it. Let's see about it being. Is this it? No, that wasn't it. The pacing was good. Here it is. And Cisco did answer it, but I'm hearing that it's too long. Could have been cut down to 3 hours. Thoughts, slow in parts. I think the pacing was fine.
Yeah,
I think the pacing was fine. I'm sure that there are things that they could have tightened a little bit more with the edit, but that would have shaved off minutes, not an hour. That's way too much.
I tell you what, there's
like maybe 5 to 6 minutes they could have shaved off, and that's you're not going to feel that when you're watching it.
Yeah, there's a scene that takes place directly after one of the Diana scenes early in the movie, and they just show a close up of a police officer. That's not giving away too much. You know what I'm saying? And that lasts merely 3 seconds, but like that's the kind of stuff they would have, if they were trying to shave it down, they would have cut out. But it also, seeing the close up of the police officer's face was kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of made sense that it was there. You know what I mean? So the pacing is fire. Look, you guys out there, don't worry. It's 4 hours, but it goes by. It
does. And the chapters, like when the chapters come up and just dum, dum, you know, they don't do that, but they come up on the screen. Like CSI. They come up on the screen. They just kind of let you know, like, okay, you know, this chapter is about to begin. You can take a break, whatever. You don't have to. I didn't. We just kept going. And yeah, my son, you know, told me, he was like, yeah, you know, I'm so glad that we didn't get these in like episodic, because I wouldn't be able to wait another week or week to week to watch the
especially
like, what happens next.
Especially the way that they cut it up, because remember initially it was just going to be 4 parts, so it would have been a little bit different because there's basically 7 parts. We've all seen the titles of it. Like people been posted for weeks the titles of the parts. But if they had broken them up into 4, there wouldn't have been 7. There would have been just 4. So it would have been a little bit longer. But if they had released in a 7 episode type deal, the episodes would have been really. I'm not gonna say really short, but they would have been like.
Right. I mean, if they released it in the chapters, people would have been. I want to say. Well, I mean, no, you would have watched it. Everybody would. Yeah, we're gonna watch it. Where does Steppenwolf rank along the bad guys in what is this? CBM rankings. Comic book movie. Oh, okay. I got you. Sorry about that, James. Man. Okay, so Steppenwolf. Okay, he was a great villain. But not the strongest villain that you've ever seen in a film. I think Darkseid, of course, trumps Steppenwolf, and he's much more imposing. I think Steppenwolf was good for his part. He served his purpose. And he let you know that he is a threat. He wasn't like, they would love me. You know, it wasn't like that. It was he was a beast.
Well, you got motivation for him. Like he actually
you actually have the motivation in this one. He explained a little bit. Yeah.
In some of his explanations, he would actually go into some straight backstory and be like, yo, this, and this. This is why this, and this, and because of this, maybe this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was fire. It was fire like that, yo. Steppenwolf's up in here. Yo, explain to everybody your motivation, Steppenwolf.
So, did anyone see, I did not see the Gail. I saw it. Oh, you did? Yeah, okay. She said she was blown away. Yeah. And said that this JL movie was always dreamed of as a girl. You know, I like the movie. I love the movie. It's definitely one. If I had seen it in the theater, I'd be like, yo, we're gonna go back and watch this thing multiple times.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and then am I gonna get the 4K Blu-ray?
Yes.
There's no question.
Absolutely. There's no question.
Am I going to watch it in black and white? Yeah, I'm going to watch it in black and white. I mean, I was looking at, as I was watching the film, I was like, I wonder what this would have looked like in black and white. You know, I was just kind of like in the back of my mind as I'm watching it play out, and I'm like, oh man, it's just. I mean, every scene, the Amazonians, like I was telling Brian earlier, was like, yeah, you know, I mean. That scene was meteor. That's like Amazonians died. I mean, they fought, you know, no fear. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
And then that big, you know, the structure fell into the water, and that was awesome. You know, it all made sense. Yeah.
Don't worry, Andres. We're not gonna spoil it.
The Atlantean fight. I mean, they finally show you how he found out where the hell the Atlantis was, right?
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't in Justice League, but it is in here. So it's awesome. You know, and when he's in Atlantis, you see more. There's more of a fight. You know, there's more of pushback, exactly, right?
Like the Amazonians and the Atlanteans put up a fight in this movie, like where they didn't do it in the other one. It was just like Steppenwolf. Oh, there's the mother box. I'm out. Boom,
it's gone. So even with the humans, even though the humans themselves didn't put up a fight, the how the box was handled in this movie
was fire.
was better. It was like Anthony said, it was fire. 100%. It was 100% better.
Oh, dude, 100% it was so. Oh man. Look, I think
we're trying our best. We're not
spoiling
anything.
We're not going to Andrews.
But
got holes in it, man.
I'll say this. This is us, getting you guys hyped for it, man. We were fortunate enough to get to see the movie already, and so we're telling you our initial thoughts and also getting you guys. So you're just salivating on fucking Thursday. I don't know what time it's dropping Thursday. Don't have any idea, but
right.
I think a lot of my favorite parts were some in between ones, and we're obviously not going to get into that. But like, there are some in between small little things that were just fire, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Some small conversations, this and there. That
like everything. I agree with the ACS. So everything, like, okay, when they went to the cemetery and they're digging up Clark, the scene is better.
Yes,
the scene is way better.
Well, it's not played for
conversation's different, right? The conversation's different. It's way better.
Yes, it is. It is. Yeah.
After he's resurrected and they're standing on the monument, that whole transaction.
Oh my goodness, dude! Is
fire. Way better. I mean, you guys have no idea that it's like, oh wow, this is. I mean, how could we not get this?
I will say this, and I remember I asked the question on World's Finest the other night, because at the time we did the show, Meg and Ohio Dave, they were the only ones out of the panel who had seen it. Me and Joey hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And so I posed a question to them. I said, no, I think Dave had left by the time I got to the question, but I said, is the thing that people have been posting true that Warner Brothers, the people at the top, are in trouble when the general public sees this film on Thursday? And it was pretty much a yes. I will say, I don't know if it happened immediately. I don't know, but if the general public sees this film, and I know they'll see it, but I think they'll love it.
Yeah,
at least like it a lot, because I love it, but at least like it a lot. I think that yes.
I think some people have already been moved out.
Yes,
and I think more people will be moved out.
Yes,
I don't know about the heads. Like, I don't know about Toby. I don't know about Walter. I don't know about anybody else that's up there. What's her name? I can't remember. Sarnoff. Yeah, I don't know about any of them.
Came on way after, so there's I think she's fine. No, but I think that when the general people, the question will be asked: how in the hell, when you saw the rough cut of this, did you think that it was not worthy of a theatrical release? And I think that question will be asked. Don't know how many heads will roll, honestly, because I don't work in the business, but I will say, as far as my personal opinion, after watching it basically 1.5 times, the question will be asked, who made the decision to not show that shit?
Yeah, who screwed the pooch here?
Yes, exactly, Brian. That's exactly what I think that some people will, because it's so good that, oh man, dude, it's so fucking good. I just can't. This morning came back home from work, immediately threw that shit on, still in my work clothes and everything. Watched all fucking 4 hours of it, and was. Oh, I remember Ryan called me. Ryan called me. I was about 40 minutes in, and I was just like, "Yo, dude, I got off work. I'll holler at you after this is done."
Yeah. I thought either you were at work or you had watched it last night with us. And so I was just like, because I already talked to Nikki Tina, and I was like, all right, I'm done with you. So, but yeah, okay. So should I watch the credits all the way through? If you want to watch the credits, then I'd say yes. If you want to see who did X, Y, and Z or whatever, all the insane stuff is in the movie. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing at the tail end. There's no Flash, Superman.
Yeah, they're not going to Marvel yet at all.
There's no Marvel in this.
My God.
No protectors, no lanterns, no Kryptonian. Yes.
This world fall.
This world.
Oh man, I can't wait for everybody out there to see it. I just can't.
Yeah.
There's.
Dude, now, like I said, I have to preface, there are little things, little nitpicks for me in this film, and that's true because I mean, I don't agree with every single narrative, or creative choice that Zack, yeah. So there are little things I'm like, okay, but overall, yes, I love it. It's a great film. I'm so stoked to have seen it, so stoked to have been a part of this thing, to see it, to come and talk to you guys about it and let you guys know. But yeah, if you haven't already, smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment here in the chat so we can talk to you guys about this movie and hold on one second. Let's see. I'm avoiding the TV spot. I avoided the last trailer. I avoided all TV spots. So if that's the case, I would say yes, do that, because I still haven't seen.
No. As far as I did watch the final trailer. I did watch that one. Didn't really, to me, it didn't spoil anything, just because because all of us, we really pay attention to like things. Like we've been a part of this and monitoring this for years. So like some of the stuff come off of Zack's storyboards and that were in the final trailer. Some, you know what I'm saying? Some of those things. So we already knew, we got the context of it, so it didn't bother me. Anybody in this chat
can't tell you. Arthur, I can't tell you that, man. That would be into spoiler territory. It's still fire. It's still fire. Can't tell you though. Can't tell you though.
But yeah. So the final trailer didn't really mess anything up for me. But as far as in these last couple of days before you guys who haven't seen it get to watch it, I would say don't watch any of these TV spots. Don't.
Yeah. Because you've already seen enough. You've already seen enough. There's really no.
Actually, you all probably were probably good with the Hallelujah trailer last year. You just good. But I mean, obviously, we've all seen more stuff since then.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I don't think they gave away too much in the trailers. Like,
no.
Overall.
Well, I mean, like I was talking to Anthony before we watched the movie, he saw the trailer and there was a little bit of Martian Manhunter, and I was like, dude, I just don't. I know he's in it. I don't want to see him.
Yeah.
And I don't know
sure
if
everybody out here, I'm sure that like if you weren't fortunate enough to get to see it early and didn't have like the knowledge that you would see it early, you probably watched the final trailer, so you probably know. But you can't really see them. But like stay away from the TV spots, dude. I've seen a couple of them, and they're pretty spoilerish as far
so this right here, I need to preface this right here for general significance. 78% on Rotten Tomatoes is a pleasant surprise, but you got to know who gives a shit about Rotten Tomatoes, man. That score, I can almost tell you that score after it releases and you get it's going to change. It's going to keep going down. I think because Rotten Tomatoes as a website sucks. I don't know why people still use it as a barometer. Like, man, I see the 78 and I was like, that's going to change. It doesn't matter.
Well, the problem is it doesn't even aggregate.
There was only 93, I think, 93 reviews.
There's
on Rotten Tomatoes when I saw that.
I got on here,
111. Okay.
100, yeah. But guess how many fan reviews? Zero.
Yeah, so zero. Right.
Zero. So I think it's going to take a huge jump on Thursday once like the hardcores watch it. Yeah. They're going to be like, yo, fucking let's go. This shit's going to jump up. Then you're going to have to hate. There's going to be the people who come in and they're just going to be,
There are already people out there like that already have their like Justice League is just a waste of time and Justice League is just too long. And, they all think they're clever. It's the same movie, but longer.
Not the same movie.
It's not the same movie. It literally has the main story beat.
Yes.
But it's
not executed the same way.
It's not executed the same way. It's like if a 5-year-old told you a story and a 45-year-old told you a story, the 45-year-old would be able to tell you more detail, give you a better world view of like what's going on in the story. Whereas the 5-year-old would just be like, well, this, and this happened, and in the end.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the difference between Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I will say this without giving away anything, but just saying I saw a lot of hate for Diana early in the movie. There's a scene. That shit is fire. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you like this. The way how Dave put it when he clapped back on somebody for it. He said, "Did you really just say hashtag terrorist lives matter?"
Oh, goodness gracious.
Dude, that scene is fire as fuck.
That's another scene. Like Brian,
fire, dude.
Yeah.
It is fucking.
Well, it gave everybody intros. Like Wonder Woman's intro in Justice League was to like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, it actually elaborated. You know, it showed her being a hero. You know, God dang it, man.
And I will say too, I talked to Ron earlier. Ron was like, well, I didn't get emotional. I did a couple times.
I'm not an emotional guy.
I got you. And I'm not that much either.
I cry when I hurt myself like really bad. Like I'll stub my toe. I'm like, I'll tear up.
There was a couple that got me. Like I wasn't in here like bawling or anything, but like I teared up at a couple scenes and I was just like, yo, are y'all really doing this to me right now? It was so fucking fire, dude. I was just like, God damn, man. But so
just goes to show how much I love Superman. I'm just gonna say, like, man, like,
dude. Superman, goddamn.
Superman, oh my god, way better in this film. I mean, I'm sorry, all the characters way better in this film. You know, the villains are villains. The villains are awesome. And the heroes have to step up to the villains, the awesome villains that they are. Yeah. So I mean, you know, that again, dude. I mean, jeez. You know, okay.
Flash actually was a hero in this movie. Like,
he wasn't
a goofy sidekick. He wasn't like the guy that asked too many questions, you know, and just stood around and pushed things. You know, it was like, no, dude, he got down to business and he didn't have to be told. So it's like,
and there are a couple things, like 3 things he did that were just like visually amazing and also narratively amazing.
I mean, yes, dude.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Yes. Well, the ending makes people want more. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
How long are the ending makes you want more. And he did that on purpose. He did that.
Yes.
That was the additional photography. He did that in October, September, October of last year. He did that. You know, that wasn't a part of the film. He put it in there. Why would you put it in there at the tail end after everything is already in? You're going to say, you know what? I've got this extra thing I want to put in.
Yeah. And he did say in one of his recent interviews that it was the thing we watched, the film festival thing. Damn it, what was it? I can't remember what it was. The IGN thing. But he said it's a massive cliffhanger. It is massive.
It is. Yeah. It opens the door for so much. And yeah, I mean, even looking at the Flash in this film, you're like, and the Flash is going to start filming in a couple months or March, April. Yeah, next month. And I mean, my biggest thing is like, is Ray going to be a part of that film? So, you know, I mean, Justice League has 40%, Justice League has around 70. But yeah, I mean, and that's great for now. I know that 70 is going to go down, especially with the critics. The audience score is going to be what's on the top. And the audience score is anything you should ever look at is the audience score. Screw the critics every time. Every time. And unless they agree with you.
And if you are a person, if you are a Rotten Tomatoes like advocate, you know, you shouldn't look at it until like Tuesday of next week.
If you're a Rotten Tomatoes contributor and you're not part of the problem, then kudos to you. I mean, because I do know some people that are contributors that are they're fire people. That great.
But throwing the WB line, you know what I mean? Like
But I'm saying if you're one of those people who do actually like, you know, let Rotten Tomatoes kind of
salsa picante's in the house.
What's good? If you use Rotten Tomatoes as a barometer for how you watch films, you know, I mean, I don't. You shouldn't, but if you do, that's all good for you to do whatever you want. I would say wait until like Tuesday before you try to, you know, it gives you plenty of time.
Announcing them soon. I don't know how soon. I know that they set up they set up two Snyderverse films that they set up, and I can't wait for you to you probably already know which ones they are. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, but they set up 2 Snyderverse films, and we're waiting for that announcement. You know, once that announcement happens, we're we're back to square one. We're back to we're continuing forward. They're breaking ground. They're starting, they're making Zack Snyder's Justice League was a movie that was made that they were retooling and made it better. Zack Snyder had, years of seeing this film over and over again, editing this thing, going back, modifying, changing. Hindsight's 2020. He made a superior product, and kudos to Zack for doing so.
Yes, that hashtag thank you, Zack. Seriously,
yeah.
I hated the fact that he had to come out last night and fucking tweet out about the technical issues that were because obviously it bothered him because it took a while, but he did tweet out and he was like we're trying to work on it or whatever. Sorry, and I was just like, damn, dude, you don't have to. He didn't have to do that.
That's not your fault, man.
And I hated the fact that he had to do that. And I mean. You could say what you want about it if there were whatever motives going on behind the scenes or whatever to have that happen. I got to see it earlier and I don't, last night I didn't get discouraged enough to where I went on Twitter and was just like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just sat there and I was like, okay. And I did get a little irritated at it when it got to be like 11 o'clock. I was like, damn it.
Yeah. I was like, seriously, you guys are doing an update, or you guys are doing, what are you guys doing here? I was like, dude, this should have been something that was done, hours in advance,
Yeah.
But they got it figured out. They got it figured out, and we were able to see it. And it's it is what it is. And I'm very, very grateful that I was able to watch it before Thursday.
Yeah.
I had always thought that I would have to wait until the 18th to watch it.
Yeah.
I took off work. I took all the necessary precautions so that I would be able to be home and watch it. And I was just fortunate enough. And so you guys who don't get to see it, I can't wait for you guys to see it on Thursday and to be able to like I want to see your reactions online. I want to see everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see it because we need
to build that hype. I mean, and it's not just content creators like us; it's everybody. We need to build the hype even afterwards. Just again to put to get eyes on the movie. I think last night. Well, last night wasn't. I was about to say last night would have been a good barometer, but that wasn't because a lot of people nobody got to log on. It wasn't because there was a lot of people. The servers went down.
It wasn't that. It was, they didn't even give us. It was before they even sent us emails.
Yeah.
I think I've seen a lot of people say it, man. It's a double-edged thing. I've seen a lot of people say it. A lot of content creators be like, "Yo, it's kind of a good thing if it goes down on Thursday. If there's so much traffic that HBO Max goes down." I was like, yeah, it does, but that's if you've seen it. If you hadn't seen the movie already and HBO Max goes down on Thursday, dude, that's terrible. And I know in the larger picture it works because that lets HBO Max, that lets everybody know, people are wanting to see this at such a rate that your site went down. But if you hadn't seen it yet, that it's going to be terrible for you, and that's why I said it's a double-edged thing. Did you guys?
So you watched it on your Roku,
yes.
Brian? How did you watch it?
I hooked the HDMI port up from my computer to the TV.
Okay, yeah. Okay. You did what Nicotina did. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He did the nicotarded way.
Hey, whatever gets the job done.
So in streaming it from the computer, I'm assuming that you watched it in 1080p?
Probably not. It's 720.
720. Okay, and on your Roku, what resolution did you watch?
I have a 4K Roku. The shit looks so clean that I don't know if it can get any cleaner than that. Like I had my 4K Roku hooked into my TV in the living room, which is 4K, and it looked like there wasn't even a period when you started it when it just like, how if you've ever watched I'd say Netflix or something, it kind of when it starts it's kind of in that buffering phase where it looks fuzzy, then it gets better. It started fucking click. I mean, the crispest shit I've ever seen, dude. So I don't know if it can get any better than that. I mean, I'm sure whenever they release like the physical media 4K, it'll probably look better, but it looked fucking awesome.
The transitions for the chapter was longer than 2 seconds. I think it was about maybe 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It gave you enough time to get up and pause it if you weren't next to the control, or if you don't move that fast, or you're not paying attention, or you're not ready for it, you drop your remote or whatever.
Also gave you enough time to kind of a couple seconds to process what you just saw, and then a couple seconds to get prepared for what you're about to see. That's it.
Yeah. It was good transitions.
Yes.
It wasn't hugely lengthy in that, but yeah.
The 8K.
Oh hell yeah, dude. I mean, I'm looking into 8K televisions, and I'm like, I don't know yet. Yeah. Stay away from the TV spots. Let's see.
Yes,
Anthony says if you're interested in the movie, you should see it form your own opinion. Yeah, still talking about Rotten Tomatoes. Let me get past the Rotten Tomatoes stuff. Yeah, because I don't want to cover too much Rotten Tomatoes on this. Let's see. Do you think there's a high chance we get Suicide Squad real cut now? Oh, the air cut. Oh, I think, man, with the success. Okay, if Thursday is an uber success, which we all pretty much think it's going to be,
which it's not to interrupt you, but at the same time means the site probably crashes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I hate to fucking say that, but like that is.
I would almost. I mean, and that's only because I've already seen it, but I would almost love it if the servers did crash. If it did, people lose their minds and get upset and start throwing, all kinds of not hate, but like a lot of like, hey, turn this back on for us. What's going on? Blah, 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 throwing out tech support tickets and shit, just,
what was funny?
All about the numbers, man. It's all about the numbers.
Last night was so funny because people were retweeting out hashtag
release the
Snyder
Snyder
shit was
cut.
so fun. Like it was so perfect for what we were doing. Like us, as far as waiting for that link, it was so perfectly placed. They were like, release the Snyder cut. I was like, dude, y'all are fucking on another level.
I felt like I showed up really early for the movie. Like really,
yeah.
And, we had the chat going, so I was like, "Hey."
I had a friend of mine ask me if I was going to, do a review for it, and I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'll be doing a review here and on these other shows." And I was like, "Dude, I'm not used to ever seeing a movie this large, this early." The earliest I ever was seeing movies was on Thursday nights, the 7 p.m. showing or whatever. I've never seen it days in advance, so I was like, "I don't know."
Me neither. I'm like.
Is it too soon?
So when I worked at Time Warner, I used to get media screeners, and we would go there and watch it with the critics, and sometimes they would ask reviews, and sometimes they wouldn't. But they were just there for audience reception. How's everybody sort of responding to the film or whatever. They want to create a buzz. They want people to go out and talk about it. So I mean, saw a lot of stuff that way. So having this is very. I mean, it's not foreign, but it was also like just. Because I haven't worked at Time Warner in years. It was just like, wow, man, I miss this and I cherish this experience. This is an awesome experience. And for those of you that haven't had that experience yet, or this was your first experience, I cherish it. It's awesome. It's something that only comes around every so often. Like I got a media screener before I worked at Time Warner for Star Wars Episode 1. And I got that thing because I was a subscriber to Star Wars Insider magazine, and they just sent it out, and I was like, and I didn't even know about it, and I just got it in the mail one day, 2 tickets, and I was like, oh wow, and they were like, yeah, first come first serve, so I had to go stand in line, but it was really awesome. It was, it's one of those things,
and that kind of, I mean, obviously
after
yes. I want everybody to see it first, and then as you go to watch it a second time, that's when it crashes. Because I don't want anybody to miss that initial first opening. God Almighty. But like a lot of the people who initially weren't.
It does live up to the hype. Yes,
it
does. It definitely. I mean,
yes,
we as many times as Brian and Anthony and I and Nicotina and Dawson and everybody has talked about this film. We already know so much about this film. It's almost as if you've already watched the film, but when you watch it for the first time, you're watching it for the first damn time.
It's breathtaking, yes.
Yeah.
And even if you've been in the movement longer than just since Justice Con, or you were here before that, or you've been in the movement for 2 years like I have, or you've been in the movement for a while, like you've experienced Zack on Vero when he used to just, before he knew he was going to get to make his movie, he would just drop shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He would drop these storyboards. You'd be like, oh, he was going to put that in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I think that you actually see it. It's a lot different. It's, oh man, seeing it in motion and actually feeling that shit. Like it was, it's, he said it needs to crash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely feel like if you know too much going into a movie, it definitely has a tendency to ruin your experience, and that did not happen.
No, and we knew a lot. We knew a lot going into this. We knew a lot going into this, and it does not. There are scenes that you saw Zack legitimately post pictures. Albeit they weren't finished visual effects, but you'll see it on the screen and you'll lose your fucking mind.
What made this thing, I guess, R-rated? Would just be the language, I think. There wasn't anything else. There was some spicy language in there, you know, by Cyborg and Batman and a few others. But a hard R, no, it's not a. I mean, a hard PG-13.
Yes, a hard PG-13.
But an R-rated film, it didn't need to be R, but it's fine.
I'll tell you what you can do, and this is not spoiling a damn thing.
You can bleep it.
No. This isn't spoiling a damn thing. Go back and watch the theatrical cut of BVS, which was PG-13, and then watch the Ultimate Edition, which was rated R. Look at the two differences between those two films, and that is why this one is R instead of PG-13.
Yeah, so 6 hours later, you will know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in essence,
come back until you've watched all 6 hours.
I mean, it's not to where your kids can't watch it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see anything excessively to where it was like.
I mean, if it's young kids, young kids,
no, but like,
but older kids, you know, adolescents, teenagers that have been exposed to language like that, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, there's worse language on Fortnite, so it's like.
So I love the full 4 hours in IMAX with intermission. Took me to when I was when I first saw those epic films in with intermissions, Ten Commandments, Spartacus, Ben-Hur. Yeah. I'm not that old either. And that's a lie. So
it's kind of like when you had Titanic on VHS and you had to get up and switch tapes.
Oh man. I remember those where you had to actually walk up to the machine, take the first tape out, put it in the rewinder, and then put the second film. Yeah. Oh goodness gracious. I remember those. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen something like that.
Well, I had the Godfather Part 2 on DVD, and you actually have to do that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's an I only wanted. Godfather and Godfather Part 2 are fantastic. I haven't seen the new released or the newly edited Godfather Part 3. I do want to see that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Let's see. So joining the movement during Justice Con. Welcome was the best thing in 2020. I'm very proud to be a part of this movement. Yeah, so I mean, dude, you know, hey, Justice Con, if that's where you got in, then fantastic. Like, I don't even care if people got in like this year. You know, if it kind of came past your radar and you're like, oh, hey, what's this 4-hour movie people keep talking about? You know, then hey, you know, you're and if you're a fan, if you're interested and you legitimately like what you've seen. Then you're a part of the movement. You're a fan.
Yeah, all are welcome, man.
Oh yeah, Cisco seen it, didn't he? Oh, he did see it at IMAX, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, fire, dude. So he knows.
Okay. So I just got
what?
I just got a text from Dawson, and he says, "You are the douche of all douches." So I called him.
Did you actually get a chance to watch it this time?
He did. Okay. But not before I could. I left him a voicemail message and I said, "Dude, the links they're taking away the access to the film. You better hurry up and watch this thing before they take it away."
Oh no!
So he heard that, and so he watched it today. So he's good. He's good. Because Dawson was super upset about last night because he had to work this morning. So did I.
Yeah, but he didn't get to watch it last night. So
he did not get to watch it.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's like Enosh, he was getting ready to rage, and then they.
I know, and that's why I put that in the chat. I was like, the link's here, because I knew if he posted something about, somebody failing or whatever it is, then the haters on the other side of the corner would
horrible. Like,
yes, it'd be like, look at these people. They're all, look how toxic they are. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I am so glad that Microsoft got their act together so that Enosh could not put that out. I was like, dude, please don't do that.
I don't blame him though, because it's like I said, it's kind of like showing up 5 hours for a movie, and then you got a parking ticket.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's I mean, hey, I've been in that situation. Like, I went to a screener once, and there he is. Hey, I sent this fool a link. Have you seen it, Dawson? You had to have seen it. Did they take the link away? Did they not allow you to see it?
It says in the email that they won't take it away until Thursday.
Yeah, he's like, what? It was funny. Like, Nicotina sent him not a link, but an email last night. Saying HBO Max events, and and he clicked on it, and it was nothing. He was like, "Good luck."
Oh man!
And he was super upset.
Oh, poor Dawson.
He was super upset. At Nicotina, not me. So let that be known. But yeah. So Sophie, what's up, Sophie? She says this is like the Flip North all over again. Yeah, so that was funny. Enosh made fun of him. He landed at an airport and said he was at the wrong airport, but there's only one airport in the city. That was hilarious. Not that Dawson is gullible. But he says no, they didn't take the link down. Number one. So the number one. But yeah, no. So, are there any questions in the chat about the film, Dawson? Do you have any questions about the film, or because I'll spoil it for Dawson? That's fine. Yeah, I'll do it.
Spoil a lot of it.
But yeah, no. The ending was fire. Everything else was great. Like I said, it's definitely going to end up in my collection. It's my ranking is and Dawson will disagree. I know, but it's Man of Steel, Justice League, BVS, for personal reasons. But yeah, I think that this here. Zack Snyder had so much more time to, put all the cogs in the right spot and really give you a polished product. And I think that's the reason why it's better. If he did the same thing for the BVS IMAX edition, which I haven't seen yet. If I don't think he did, I think maybe he added a little bit more, but didn't add too much. I think that I think if he were able to do to BVS what he was able to do with Justice League, then it would be Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League. Because I just think Man of Steel is a flawless film. I can't find flaw in the film. There are nitpicking things that I'll talk about, but I mean, other than that, just the film as a whole, it's a very enjoyable film. Love it. And what about your ranking, Brian? How do you rank these three films by themselves? And I'm actually shocked. I can agree with the ranking to a certain extent. Okay, well, that's good. What do you think?
I'm right there with you. I love Man of Steel. 100%. It's a fantastic movie. Like I watch it over and over and over again, and that's very rare these days to actually get a movie.
It's got great, and that's what I base all this stuff on is the watchability or rewatchability rather. Yeah. Is like, even though this thing's a 4-hour film, I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna watch the hell out of it. And I mean, Batman is so much better in this version than the other one. This is Batman. He's not smiling. He's not weak. He's awesome.
Yeah. He realizes his place.
He really, they all, kind of real, and even the Flash, like, as he's running. See, I thought his lines were going to be delivered like while he was standing still, kind of like in the trailer, but he's delivering those lines while he's running. I was like, wow, he's really zoned in. Mm-hmm. Really awesome. So you think Man of Steel, and then what's next?
I was going to go with Justice League, and then BVS.
Right.
As far as BVS goes, it was kind of one of those movies that my major complaint was they killed Superman. It was like 2 movies in, you're gonna kill him, so I mean we got that redemption I feel with the
I
Snyder
just
cut, so.
I wished, and this is what I'd always said in BVS, that they had somehow opened a boom tube and like sent Superman through, and they have to kind of like rescue him, so they don't have access to Superman, but he didn't die.
Yeah,
You know, he's just being held captive on Apocalypse. How do they get to Apocalypse? Well, you know, they could do other things or whatever. It could have taken it, but that's not the narrative that was taken. So it's the way that it is. That's my ranking. So Anthony, what is your ranking of these 3 films?
As of right now,
As of right now,
it's got Man of Steel, BVS Ultimate Edition, and then Justice League.
Okay.
The thing about it is that I feel as though BVS, the Ultimate Edition, is a masterpiece. But I got to that point because I watched it a gazillion times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been able to thoroughly process.
Sure.
I came to that conclusion about BVS, the Ultimate Edition, like a couple of years ago. But I had time to process it. So when we were talking earlier, I said I have to watch it a few more times.
Yeah.
I did also find a couple things, but not enough for me to knock. What's up, Kasuka? But not enough to knock it down. Yo, Zack Snyder's Justice League is fire.
Yep.
For me personally, there's so many things. Like I said, I teared up in it like a few times. The movie fucking works.
He teared up when the credits were like, it's over. No. I don't want it.
There were a couple. I mean, if a movie gets me emotional, it's the same way. When I finally got to see the Ultimate Edition of BVS, there were a couple things in it. I was like, dude, this is fucking like just because with that movie there were so many people hating. Whoa, this and whoa, that, and then the Ultimate Edition comes out and it just cures that, and you're just like, and then Man of Steel obviously is just, you know, that's my favorite comic book / superhero film of all time. So I'm sure after a few more viewings and as I get to process what I saw, Zack Snyder's Justice League will get up there. And did someone confirm IMAX edition is the same runtime as the old
182 minutes for that one?
It has to be. I don't think he's putting it out in IMAX and cutting some shit off.
No, I thought he was adding something back in.
Oh, to what?
To BVS.
No. As far as I know, there's no extra scenes. It's just there's just more. I don't know. You can look it up and see if as far as
wait. How is there more? What are you talking about? More. There's
like
more.
Screens.
You're talking about the cropping.
This way. Okay, got it. This way. Yeah. Yeah, I think he even said that in one of his interviews that there's no extra footage. There's just more screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be the same runtime. If it's not, that's weird. I don't know what else unless he adds a thank you in, you know.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But
what's up, Moondog? I haven't seen you in a while.
What up, Moondog?
What up?
But yeah, that's how I'd rank them right now. So who knows how that ranking will go in a couple weeks as I process the movie. But it is fire, and you know, all of you out there who have not had the opportunity to see it, I can't wait till you do, because it is something to experience. It is something that's another reason why some of those scenes had me like emotional and shit, was because you know, we fought for a long time, and you know, we got this announcement like almost a year ago, and it was just like, yo, really? Oh shit. Well, here we go. We got the Black Suit Superman at Justice Con, and then in DC Fandom we got the Hallelujah trailer. A few months later, he released an extended Hallelujah trailer with a couple more extra footage, and then you know, we went into this year where we saw trailers and all kinds of things, posters and stuff, and it's just been a journey. I think I messaged Ryan and Dawson and Nicotina before I thought we were about to get the link. I said, I appreciate I really appreciate like spending the last 8 months with you guys, like going on the journey to get here, because it's been about 8 months since I actually met you guys and we started streaming together. The announcement came almost a year ago, but as far as us being
it was Justice Con was when we started streaming together. That was the first stream that you and I got on.
Yes,
and
exactly. And so like I appreciate that time. I appreciate being on the journey where we've been able to just jump on and talk about stuff, man. So like I know we got shit, all of us probably content creation coming up for the rest of the week. where we're going to talk about this movie and talk about, how we experienced it and, the kind of things it left us with. But I will say that I do appreciate it.
He's wearing a helmet.
Because he can't be trusted, man. Around
he can't be trusted.
Sharp objects, man. He's got to.
Sophie says she was able to watch it last night. She could barely sleep afterwards. Man, I was so exhausted because it came on so late. But Sophie is on the West Coast, right?
Yeah. She's in Brian's time zone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
It was still late though. I mean, I was like, if it doesn't come out at 10, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. My son started watching Gladiator, and I was like, oh, there's Hippolyta, and I was like, I was out. Oh, there's Jarrell. But yeah, no, I mean that movie's fire.
What?
Too.
Oh, you're talking about something else like Jarrell? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, in Gladiator, Russell Crowe.
Yeah. Oh, he was watching that before. Dude, I started watching BVS, and then I was like, all right, here we go. Then no link. I went back to BVS. I'm watching it. After about an hour, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not watching more BVS. Let me just sit here and look at this blank TV screen for fucking 75 hours. And
I must have refreshed my emails like a million times.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. I was like, and I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with Nicotina, and both he and I are refreshing. Like we're gonna get it. I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
And this is like right when it started too.
Iffy, what's good? Iffy. Yeah. It's pretty fire, dude. And it
is fire. So, but okay, so you can't rank Man of Steel and BVS because they're two different genres. No, they are Zack Snyder films. Both of them are Zack Snyder films, so therefore they belong in the same basket. And that's how I look at it. That's how
like when you see the normal fruit basket on somebody's counter, it has there's not just apples, there's oranges and bananas and fucking whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like there's different things in there.
Now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the history lesson it's not too long. I mean, I didn't time it, but I would have loved to have seen more.
It was fire though, dude.
It was fire. You got to see what happened to Euxis, which is fire right there. Like when you're done with that shot, you're like, oh, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no wonder he has a chip on his shoulder, literally.
Yeah, it was fire. No, but it's great, man. It's awesome. I really can't wait, man, for you guys to see this shit when it comes out, dude. I can't fucking wait. It's
so there's two things happening on Thursday. There's a watch party with Zack Snyder, and I don't know if that overlaps or if that just plays right into the 4Nerd show.
I think it's 4:00 West. So it's probably right when it's going to be running right alongside 4Nerds.
So we might either join in and watch it together with him, or we might push our show back a little bit. We haven't really decided, but we're definitely streaming this Thursday. It will be on. We will have Nicotina back. He'll be in his house, and it will be epic. It will be awesome. And I mean, like I said, I can't wait until I can do a spoiler review with you guys and really get your feedback. Yeah. Cause that'll be awesome too. So as soon as I'm able to do that, I will. And we're, everybody here is invited. Everybody, that's in the chat. You guys are invited. Let's go. Let's freaking talk about this thing. I mean, this is something that we've been talking about for a while.
Oh, it's something we're going to be able to talk about.
Bill. Oh yeah. Hey, Bill. There's no spoilers in the stream. This is not spoilers. So, Bill was asking. Bill,
what's up, Ambassador?
What up, Ambassador?
Bill Reeve. Oh wait, hold up. Here it is. No, there's no spoilers in this stream. I will not. I will not see that.
Hey, Bill's actually coming on the channel soon, so I'll look out for that shit.
There you go.
Yes.
I saw Bill Reeve with Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. Truth. He's an awesome guy. Let's see. Snyder stepping while they're talking to each other. Hey, Sophie, and she was that tacos? No, what is that? Party.
Yeah,
yeah, I got it.
Damn it,
Nobel. Right. Sophie says, I don't want to spoil anything, so I can't say. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, there's really not much to spoil, but there's so much to spoil.
It's so ridiculous. This movie walks that line really tightly.
Mm-hmm.
It just does, because like I said earlier, like if you've been in this movement for, let's just say 1 year, let's just say the taco.
I was like, what is that, tacos?
if you were in this movement at any capacity before the announcement and before Justice Con, you already know so much, because Zack was just dropping those bombs, dude, on Vero.
Yeah,
he was putting out so much stuff, like so but then it's just.
Yeah. Ray Porter's actually gonna be back on the Four Nerds again.
Yeah.
I think this month or next month, I can't remember. But we are also was it next week? Where we're gonna have Sam on. I believe we're gonna have Sam next week, Sam Benjamin. He'll be on the Four Nerds next week, and we'll be able to talk to him and find out where the hell is he in the movie. I couldn't find him. I was like, where are you? He's like, sorry, mate, my part got took out again. Sorry, mate. Maybe you'll find out later on where I was in the film. But I did see Ray Porter in the film. Did you see him?
No.
Oh, you didn't see him.
Well, afterwards, tell me, because where's he at?
Okay, so he is with one of the mother boxes. So,
okay,
it's him. You can definitely tell it's him, clear as day. But yeah, he's with one of the mother boxes, and
I think I have a general idea.
Yeah, so it's just him. But yeah, no makeup, no nothing, and no Kryptonians, no lanterns. So he's there, and Zack Snyder is in the coffee shop. Did y'all see him?
No,
when Lois comes out, he's right in the window
definitely,
sitting down.
I've seen the picture on Vero for fucking a million times. I saw it.
So it was cool to see. Cool to see. What's up, Jack? What's up, Jack?
What's up, Jack?
What up,
Vin Diesel? You mean hold on, here it is. Oh yeah, is this it? All I got is my balls and rapping my... Oh wait, that's not Vin Diesel. Hold up. Oh wait, I don't have the other one. Oh, but you won't get this in the movie. the Atlantean sequence is so much better. So much better. And Wonder Woman, you won't get any of this.
No, definitely not.
And the stunts, I got to show the stunts. The stunts are nothing like this. That's so horrible. Oh, poor stunt coordinator.
The only thing I remember is when we did our review the next day, Anthony going, mannequin arms.
Yeah, mannequin arms. Yeah. And Benjamin. Let's see. So Bowery says, I've been looking forward to following Zack on Vero since beginning of 2018.
Yeah. So you knew
this day would eventually come.
She already knows. She knows. She'll see stuff and it'll be so fucking fire to actually see it.
When do we think part 2 will be announced? It was announced in the movie because he put those damn scenes in there. That's what's up. It's like there's no way he would put that in there if he had no plans on doing it. No plans on, and also not just no plans on him doing it, but no plans with the executives over at AT&T. Yeah. Jason Keelar and all them. They would have been like, no, don't put that in there. We're not promising anything. Because if you promise something, you have to deliver. Let's see. Maybe next month to be honest. Maybe we'll see. They definitely want to get a good barometer for audience reception, and it's not on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just going to be hype. It's going to be it's going to be social media. I'm going to say it's Instagram, Twitter, you know, if we can keep this stuff trending, you know, that's really kind of how and then the clicks. You know, they take metrics, they watch the numbers, they see what's going on, they see that, you know, hey, there is this much interest in this genre.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Okay. Belle Reeve, my guess is within the year. This year? You mean
he said within the year of release that they'll announce it. That's what he's responding to our question.
Okay. There is no Ryan Reynolds. I'll give you that. There's no Ryan Reynolds anywhere in the movie. You will not see it. It's not happening. There's no Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is not in the movie. There's no Ryan Reynolds. So
spoilers.
No, hey, that's not. Hey. I want to temper expectations.
Yeah.
Like, what was something else that was like highly anticipated? You know, I like everybody in the stream knows Martian Manhunter. Well, Martian Manhunter is the cameo that they're talking about, like that hardcore fans are gonna love, because you know he did get to put it in. So that's the cameo. There's no anything else. There's no Birds of Prey in there. There's no, you know, what else is there? Who else was they talking about? There's no Hal Jordan in the film.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that. There's no Hal Jordan. There's no Jon Stewart. There are Green Lanterns, multiple. But those characters are not there. So that's not spoiler. That's tempering expectations.
Not only that, but the Martian Manhunter thing is basically what we knew already.
No, Nicotina's mom is not in the film.
Are you sure?
Do we think that Toby and Walter could get fired? I don't say fired. I would say like
reassigned.
Reassigned. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of their the projects or the range of reach that they have in their position might get taken back a little bit. You know, they might not have so much influence on decisions because they're going to see that this clearly was not a Walter decision, but a Toby decision. And definitely he will definitely get minimized in his role for this content here. I give Porter a big compliment, his dark side voice, put his dark side voice with Darth Vader's voice. I get I gotta say, very humble man. Yeah, I mean, he is his voice is awesome, and it marries very well with the character of Darkseid in this film.
Yeah.
So I mean, does not let down. I mean, what is it? Cillian? Gosh, I need his name. I can't remember his name. But Steppenwolf, his voice is fantastic. And Desaad, his voice is fantastic as well.
Right, it'd be really off-putting.
Syrian Hines.
There you go. It'd be really off-putting if like Darkseid came out like, "Hey guys, well, we're gonna take over Earth now."
He's like, yeah. Could all the males end up on this side and the females on this side?
And we're gonna have a dance.
Yes. I want a line in the middle, and we're going to dance through the line. This is a dance off for the anti-life equation.
Or just really
are we getting any GL in the history lesson? You're getting a better GL in the history lesson than was in Justice League. It's better. It's the same. I think it's the same character, but it's just way better. It's a better model, better animation, better everything. So everything in Justice League so far compared to Justice League is a step up.
Oh, whole nother level.
Totally. It's just better. It's just better. Everything. I'm in the Dark Knight Rises. There you go. That's awesome. Something to talk about. Millennium Mike at this point shouldn't be considered a spoiler.
Money Mike?
Money Mike? M&M's. M&M?
Micro Machines?
Micro Machines.
There are plenty of micro machines in the movie. Yes.
Plenty. I expect a restructuring of DC films, but not them cleaning house. I think yes. I think they will restructure. I think they will. These films can belong here. These films can belong here. We're talking today with like the Atlantean changes and so the Atlantean language, just so you know, it's there's no subtitles for it, but there's not a lot of it. But you get to hear it, and it's like, oh wow, that it's intelligent, but there's no like, what are they saying? I have no idea. We have to sort of imply what they're saying because we don't know the language, and I don't think that they were really trying to come up with the language. Much like in Man of Steel, Zack Snyder, they wrote the glyphs, they wrote everything for the Kryptonian language. They even had a linguist to help them and create this Kryptonian language that they never used for the film. And I have to agree that it would have been the same thing. I'm glad that Aquaman's film, they talk underwater. They just talk. It's like, oh, there's a little bit of an echo and they talk and that's fine. The clicks and different, noises that they make underwater, it's cool and it makes sense. But it's like, dude, if I had to watch a whole Aquaman movie with like that would have been like, what?
It's like Star Trek with Klingon scenes where it's like, they'll speak Klingon and it's actually a language now. Like, they went in and you can actually take a class on it.
Well, they did the same thing with like Huttese. Huttese is an actual language. So it was very interesting. I had a linguist working on
cool,
my
actually.
film a long time ago. It was really cool. Like,
My tongue like awesome. Just sit on my couch.
That means ha ha ha. Let's see. They will get relieved of their positions for sure. Maybe not relieved, but maybe sent maybe to Alaska. For the Alaskan division of Warner Brothers.
Well, I think most of their movies right now are real tentative anyways, right? They don't have a firm release schedule like Disney does. You know what I mean? So I think that's what they're doing. Is they're kind of playing coy with it.
There you go. Syrian. Is it Kieran Hines or Syrian Hines?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not gonna say.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard it said both ways.
Anthony is a hard live as Packers fan. Hard life as a Packers hard
fan.
life as Packers fans, and looking like Vin Diesel. Yes,
Jack, chill, bro.
I agree. Does that Joker have the hots for Batman? Serious question.
That is, I'll say, personal opinion. One of the best pieces of sets of dialogue I've in the entire movie.
I've seen Jared Leto in a lot of things, and he looked good in that movie. Like,
that shit was fire, dude.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh, man. So, I agree. Yeah. Bruh, what bell?
He said.
Let's see. To be honest, this is the first time in a while I've been apprehensive about a villain. Darkseid just has this vibe that makes him makes you feel uneasy, old, powerful, and full of anger. Yeah, and I mean he's definitely he and Steppenwolf and Assad, they're all great villains. They're all great.
Steppenwolf has that feeling too, and like you didn't have that with Skin Tag. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it just didn't work. Kryptonian. Was it Gungan?
Yeah.
Boss Nass.
He felt as
like the Naboo. Your brain's so big. Unapongo. Do the plan.
I will say, he has you feel his purpose a lot more in this one than you do in the other.
Dr. Phil's Ranch. Yes, I agree. Let's see. Oh, hey, good night, Anthony. Wait. Good night. Sorry, Anthony. Much love to everyone. Good night, Jack. Say Yizzo. What's up, Ill Life? One more wake up. LOL. Oh yeah. One more. You got one more, and then it's go time. So
The question is,
I'm
how
honestly
many of you guys
glad
are
I've never seen
all-nighters?
Justice League.
Damn,
Wow.
Ambassador,
Never
damn,
seen-
that's some restraint.
So I'm sorry, but Ambassador, you need to see it. Now that you've seen this other movie, you need to see the atrocity so you can see the stark differences between the two. Like, there's a lot of people like, oh, burn the Justice League movie. I'm like, no, dude, you need it so that you can say, hey, look at what can be done to somebody. Look how somebody can butcher something.
Yeah.
You know,
Sets
so
the bar
therefore,
very, very
don't
low.
buy it. Don't buy the Justice League. Hell, pirate it if you need. I'll
You got HBO Max
condone
just to-
pirating for Justice League. No, it's on there. So if you have HBO Max, watch it for free. But yeah, so don't buy it. Don't get it. You know, you don't need it in the highest quality. You just need to see what they did to this movie, this movie here. What did they do? They screwed it up. They butchered it. It was horrible. Let's see. Arkham Gaming's here. What's up, man? Let's see. If they will be restructuring DC, does that mean that some DC movies will be canceled, like Batgirl, Static Shock, Blue Beetle, and I hope I'm excited for the. Wait. I hope I'm not excited for those.
No,
movies.
he said, I hope not. I'm excited for these movies.
Oh, okay. So right now, or the way that Zack was talking about it last year at DC Fandom, is that he is only going to focus on his movies.
Yeah.
And so all you're going to see from him, from his story, from his narrative, is going to be the Nightmare and then Part 3. Those are the next two installments that Zack is looking to create. Can't do it without our support, but those are the two that he's looking to do. Ben Affleck's Batman's, series or whatever will fall in line with that narrative, but Ben can take the narrative anywhere he wants. He probably won't. He'll probably want to connect it to Zack's stuff because he signed on for Zack's stuff. The Flash movie coming up is going to connect to what the Aquaman 2 and Wonder Woman 84 and of course, Tim Burton's Batman series and all that kind of stuff, so there's going to be some strands of timelines that are crisscrossing and not everything has to connect and all that. It's not going to be the Marvel universe or whatever. Warner Brothers already put a stop to that. They cut their own leg off, or what was it? Cut your nose off to spite your face. They've already mutilated this thing. So the only thing they can do is say, okay, here's the director that comes in. You have a story for Blue Beetle. Tell your story for Blue Beetle. You have a story for Static Shock. Tell your story for Static Shock. You want it to connect to Shazam? You want it to connect to anything else? Great. It doesn't have to. But if you want it to, you can do whatever you want because we're letting you do whatever. That's how they're going to handle this stuff, handle this universe, multiverse going forward.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's my mouse? Okay. Justice League need to exist in a monument as a monument of failure. Yes, it does. It does. Hard pass. One bad movie in a few years is enough. I mean, but see, the thing is that Rise of Skywalker wasn't great, but you don't have anything to compare it to as far as like what it could have been. Whereas with Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League, you do have that. So I mean, you may eventually watch it, but I mean, if you don't, that it's on you. But I mean, it is a very interesting watch to see the stark differences between the two, and I would recommend that for anybody.
It'd be like watching the prequels before or the prequels after the original trilogy. Or
wait, we did do that.
Yeah.
No, but that's yeah.
It would be like watching episode 4 and then episode 5.
No, Ambassador. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's only 2 hours, and I mean, it's you. After you get done, you could legitimately feel like you just wasted 2 hours of your life. But the journey between the two, man, it is just such a thing to like have the knowledge that you've seen Justice League and be like, what's up?
He doesn't have the hots for Batman, but he definitely there's a.
No spoilers for me.
Yeah, no spoilers. But there's definitely a fascination that
dude,
Joker has with Batman.
Just the conversation between
I'll go
them,
that far. Yeah,
the conversation between them is fire. That's all I can say. It's fire.
Balls off. Let's see. I gotta know. So, I will bathe in your fear. Do not troll. Let's see. In Campia's words, Josh saved the movie. yeah. Campia's.
Did he say that again?
No. He said that a while ago.
Oh yeah, I know he said it after Justice League came out.
I love the prequels. Prequels are good. They're not great. They're better than the sequels. As far as story. But yeah, no spoilers. I didn't give any spoilers. Barcy. You don't have to regulate me. But I do want to let me get your final thoughts on the film. Non-spoiler final thoughts. Brian, go ahead and go.
I'll be real quick. Leaps and bounds better than the original. Or I don't even want to compare the two. This is a fantastic movie that continues the lineage of two other fantastic movies. So, and I just want to say I'm very honored to have been involved with this community. You guys have been so amazing. Everybody in the chat, you guys, it's been a hell of a year, and I'm glad that it culminated with this movie. And it's I don't want to say it's bittersweet because I know it's going to keep going, but like just getting to this point has been it's been a ride, man. And I'm glad we were to be on it, All
right. So Anthony, final word on your experience with this movie thus far.
Thus far, yes. I like how you put it thus far because this is definitely not my final words on it. Yeah. Zack Snyder's Justice League is fire. And just like Brian put it, leaps and bounds. I think, oh man, it is an experience that, like I said several times on this stream, if you have been part of this thing, I remember one thing Ohio Dave tweeted out, like when the announcement was made, people were trying to make. There was some competition going on. He said, yo, look, if you tweeted out hashtag release the Snyder cut one fucking time, you helped us get this victory. It doesn't matter whatever else. If you donated 75 cents, you're part of this fucking victory. You helped us get here. So it is my pleasure that, as we approach the fucking 18th, and obviously, like I've said, there's some of us like myself and Ryan and Brian who have gotten to see it before, a lot of other people, and we'll be forever grateful for that.
Yeah,
the opportunity to do that. Like, we'll never gloat it in your face as far as like, oh, I got to see it for you. So that there's nothing like that here. I feel a sense of and I'm sure it'll hit sometime probably towards the weekend where I'm just like, yo, there's so many people that get to experience this movie and get to just see things in motion that you only saw storyboards for or whatever. And so yeah, and the movie is fire. I watched it earlier today, like 4 hours straight, didn't get up not one fucking time. The only time I paused it was when Ryan called me.
Yeah.
I had to pause. I had to listen. I'm watching because I knew why you were calling. So, but I paused it for just a second to talk to Ryan for a minute and tell him I'm watching it. I'll holler at him later. But it is phenomenal. It is. It's worth the wait. No matter how long you've been waiting, no matter when you join this movement, it is. What you see on Thursday is going to be worth every single ounce of effort you put into getting it released. And I am, thank you, Zack Snyder. Thank you, Debbie Snyder. Thank you to all the crew. Yo, and special shout out, and I'm sure I'm going to give this shout out a gazillion times in the next week.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Oh, you're not shouting me? Oh, I thought you shot me out. Damn. You shot me out. Damn. Like, man, yeah. It's about freaking time. Shot me out.
The visual effects crew, fucking kudos.
Crushed it.
I've seen movies that take 4 years to come out, and the visual effects aren't as good as this. And they had like a year and a half to fucking finish this shit.
Yeah,
that shit is phenomenal.
Those
people, and I'm sure there were people who didn't sleep for days, who whatever, that had to fucking work overnights to finish this movie. This culmination is fire. Final thoughts: the movie's great. Of course, there are some things, but I just for the next like week want to celebrate with everybody. I can't wait for everybody to see that shit on Thursday. And I this is just it's a thing. It's a thing, man. I like I told you guys, I teared up a couple times throughout the movie because it's just, to me, it just hit me like that. So yes, for Autumn.
Hashtag for Autumn. That was awesome to see. She would have loved the movie. I know.
Yes. She would have fucking loved it. Yes, she would have. Yeah,
because that superhero stuff and all that mythological stuff, that's her jam. So
that was
so it would have been great. Final thoughts, man, is if you haven't seen it and you're on the fence and you're interested, man, donate the 4 hours of your time. Watch it in spurts if you need. If you can't, sit down and watch a movie, whether it's, a comfort issue or whatever, watch the movie. It's a good movie. If you liked Man of Steel, if you liked BVS, you didn't have to love them, but if you like them and you're interested, I would say give this a watch. It's a good movie. It incorporates a lot of different things that sort of mesh together, come together in a really good way. Justice League, I would say, is lower on the totem pole than like the Avengers movies. Zack Snyder's Justice League is way above both Avengers movies. So that's just, it is what it is. It's more, it's an adult movie, whereas the Avengers movies are a little bit more geared for kids, because I guess just because it's owned by Disney. But yeah, so that's my final thought on the movie. Everything that you're going to watch in this movie is going to be that much better than if you're unlike Ambassador, if you have seen the Justice League, horror, and you went to the movies and you paid your good money, your good hard-earned money to go see that thing in the theater, and that's what you got, then thank you, Zack Snyder, for putting this on HBO Max. No extra charge. You're going to watch, Godzilla, King Kong. You're going to watch, Wonder Woman 84 and all that, and everything else that's available on HBO Max. And there's a plethora of content. So thank you to Zack Snyder. Thank you to Jason Kilar. Thank you to everybody who has put anything into this movement, has, helped make this a reality.
Yes.
Thank you to all those people, like Anthony was saying, if you've donated your time, if you've retweeted anybody's hashtags or anything like that concerning this movie, then you share in the booty of that is Zack Snyder's Justice League. So enjoy and share with everyone, and you like that. And so but yeah, so one last question before I get out of here, because I know Arkham Gaming always has good questions. Do you think Nightwing will be introduced in the Batgirl movie, and then we'll get a Nightwing movie after that? I don't know that they're still doing either one, because when they were talking about Nightwing, I love Nightwing. If they were talking about Nightwing back in the day, with Adam McKay, the director of the Lego Batman movie, and then Joss Whedon was over the Batgirl movie. Those ideas have been shelved. And the next thing you're going to hear about is going to be something else to do with Robin, not Nightwing. So that's all I can share with you. But yeah, no, exactly. Like Moondoc says, sharing the booty. Hashtag sharing the booty. That should be, that says it all right there. So that's awesome. But yeah, so let me go ahead and put this up real quick. Again, I'd love to thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you so much for your continued support. It's awesome. It really helps us out. Helps us keep the channel, keep the lights going. Give us a reason to come back here and share with you guys. It's always amazing to have conversations with my panel, as well as conversations with the people in the chat. It's fantastic. Some might say it's incredible. And you won't see any of this in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But just so you know, Superman wins. Again, watch us for nerds on Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern. We will be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. Yeah, with that being said, check out my, where is it? Oh, there it is. Check out my Teespring and TeePublic. Right now, a lot of my content has been taken off because they're I guess copywriting everything. And yeah, like I said, the shirt on my Teespring store is still available. I will continue to make that available. And yeah, show your support for Ray Fisher. He did an amazing job in the movie. And this guy did an amazing job too with what time he had. So it's awesome. And we will see you back here on this channel when we're allowed to do the spoiler review. So you guys have a great night and stay nerdy or something, or later.
Peace.